The Newshour Special Edition.
Good evening, you're watching Times Now. This is the Newshour. My name is Pranesh Kumar. Days after mountain of cash and gold were recovered from Partha's clothes aide Arpita Mukherjee, more evidence of alleged illegalities are now cropping up. Times Now, as Act says, the sale deed of one of Arpita's properties in eastern Kolkata, while the sale agreement viewers of the 911 square feet flat was completed, the registry wasn't done. Notably, the market value of the said property is said to be over 41 lakh rupees. But the undervalued price of nearly 23 lakh was agreed upon. However, Arpita paid only 7,38,000 in two checks for this flat. Sources in the ED have said that such properties were brought in nondescript areas to park ill-gotten cash. And without any delay, let me quickly open this up. Joining us, RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, Sandeep Ghosh, political commentator, author, Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, Saket Gokhale, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Let me begin by asking you, Saket Gokhale, the top sources in the agency is suggesting that there is more to it than what meets the eye, that this is only the tip of the iceberg. On the back of these documents, the BJP is saying Partha was not scamming alone. What would you say?
Look, on the basis of what the BJP says, honestly, I'm not interested in commenting on what the BJP says. If this is the tip of the iceberg and there is more to it, let the ED investigate it. Let the ED file a charge sheet, find out what was Arpita Mukherjee's connection with Partha Chatterjee, if any. Let them find that out. Let them file a charge sheet. As far as sources in the ED and all of that goes, on your channel itself, we've seen during Sushant Singh Rajput carrying WhatsApp messages, this, that. So this sources business is something I don't want to get into. I go by facts. So the party goes by facts. So let the ED investigate and let the ED file a charge sheet and charge whoever is responsible for it.
RP Singh, would you like to respond to that before I bring in Tamal Saha, who is joining us with more developments?
Well, what more to say than the 50 plus crore in cash, lot of gold and many worth crores of rupees and properties worth 100 crore rupees plus. So what more to say? I mean, it's clear that it's a scam, and then obviously Didi didn't react it for first few days till the time it was 21 crore. Probably that was accepted as per the cut money culture. But moment it touched 50 plus, the man was said that he should be sacked, and then it is presumed as a corrupt money thereafter, which means that there's a certain threshold level till the money can be accepted. And if there is more money than that, it means he has not shared those details with the bosses at the higher end. Otherwise, how can a man have so much of money, or any person related to the minister have so much of money without the knowledge of the state government?
Are we creating fairy tales now? ये कुछ सोर्स है, 50 करोड़ कट ऑफ, इसके लिए कुछ, या मतलब ऐसे ही मन में आया तो बोल दिया?
पहले एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया? पहले 3-4 दिन एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया? वो 21 करोड़ पर तो कट मनी तक अलाउड था ना। उसके बाद जब ज्यादा निकला तो समझ में आया, हो ये तो हमको बताया ही नहीं, इतना पैसा तो हमको बताया ही नहीं। मनी वाज नॉट शेयर्ड।
मत करो, आपने तो एमजे अकबर जैसे लोगों को रखा था कैबिनेट में। एमजे अकबर वाज इन योर कैबिनेट
इन द फ्लैट।
एमजे अकबर को मीटू के पहले क्यों नहीं?
सर, आप इधर-उधर की बात मत करिए। Let's talk about Partha and Arpita.
Let's not trivialize this, please, gentlemen. Let's not trivialize this. Let me bring in Tamal Saha. Tamal, tell us about the fresh raids which are going on.
Well, the raids are of extreme significance, Pranesh, because this time the Enforcement Directorate officials have gone back to the same condominium, which is Club Town, the housing complex, housing society, where they have tracked down one more vehicle of Arpita Mukherjee. That they're also going each and every register which is meant for visitors as they are trying to contact there was any sort of a pattern. Mind you, there were two apartments, flat 8A in 5 and also 2A tower 2. Now, these two apartments, out of these two apartments, at least at 8A, which is tower 5, the 8th floor, the money had to come from that apartment and visit you people as Zomato delivery, people as some other delivery would go there at a flat where nobody was staying. So who are these people who had gone there to deliver what on what day, and who all were there at the house on that particular day? That's something Enforcement Directorate officials are trying to understand. Also trying to understand if there was any modus operandi in sending people with a different identity, a forged identity, not to deliver anything else, but to deliver money. And was there somebody who had who had medically stayed for that apartment, hiding away from public attention.
Right, Tamal, thanks for that quick update. We'll let you go so that you track these updates. Sandeep Ghosh, and I'm reading a tweet by Amit Malviya of the BJP. He says, Mamta Banerjee dumped Partha after mountains of cash were recovered. The optics was overwhelming to ignore, but Paresh Adhikari, the MOS education, who got his daughter a job illegally, still continues in her cabinet. A corrupt, remorseless Mamta Banerjee must remove him immediately.
See, the point is, Pranesh, I agree with Mr. Gokhale that there should not be any speculation. Let the facts come out from ED. But the fact is, I think today is no longer an issue of, the speculation of ED raid. It's a much bigger issue for Trinamool in terms of perception to manage with the people of West Bengal. Mamta Banerjee went to the polls saying that please assume I am the candidate for all the seats in West Bengal. So she cannot wash off her, involvement in that. And people know how close Partha Chatterjee was with her, not from today, but way, way back when she was in college. He was in Ashutosh College, and he has been one of the most trusted aides of him. As if you recall, last time when the Mamta Banerjee dissolved her entire secretariat, he was the first person, even before Abhishek Banerjee, he was the first person to be reappointed there as a Secretary General or whatever designation he was given. So the level of trust goes hugely. And I don't know where Mr. Gokhale is staying now. If you see what's going around in the circle, what I hear from people there, so there is absolutely no ambiguity that there is a party association. We can claim, they can disown Partha Chatterjee, like earlier they were saying that woman to Arpita. Now they are saying that man. Yesterday the shows I were in, they were referring to him as that man. You cannot distance yourself from such a major, somebody who's been a pillar of the party, thick and thin with Mamta Banerjee for so many years. And it is hard to believe. I have said this earlier. Mamta Banerjee says Kolkata police is
hard to believe. Okay, on that note, let me get a response from Mr. Gokhale, and then I bring in Anirban Banerjee. Mr. Gokhale, what would you say?
It would have happened without their knowledge.
Look,
does it go beyond the minister? That's the question.
Let it reach the minister first. No, see, Mr. Ghosh, I don't know what circles he hears his news, and I think his circles last year were telling him that BJP is going to get more than 200 seats. But the bottom line is, let it get to the minister first. Right now, all of this is being counted.
If it is not got to the minister, why have you sacked him then?
Establish a connection.
No, I have never said that. I am a political observer, and I've not said that. So don't misquote me. This is the problem with Trinamool. They misquote, they divert attention. You're talking about MJ Akbar and everything else. Please stick to the facts. And I know Calcutta much more than what you can ever claim to know.
Okay. No, Mr. Gokhale, you are saying it hasn't reached the minister. No, please let's be civil with each other, Mr. Gokhale. Let me ask you a straight question. You are saying let it reach the minister. But sir, if it has not reached the minister, why was action taken against Partha Chatterjee? Why was he removed?
There is a cloud. Look, here's the thing. There are two aspects to it. One, he was under a cloud of suspicion. As Mr. Ghosh himself was saying, allegedly he was very top in the leadership and very close. Despite that, the party did not think, Mamta Banerjee did not even think for a second before sacking him. Mr. Abhishek Banerjee did not think for a second before sacking him from all party posts, and Didi while sacking from the cabinet. So we have no tolerance for, no matter how senior a person is. There was a cloud, the person was sacked. Now, as far as the legal bit is concerned, the ED has not even yet made him an accused in the case. As far as the ED is concerned, Arpita is the only accused right now who has nothing to do with the TMC, let alone the West Bengal government. So I'm saying let the ED investigation reveal what the thing is. Let the ED investigation. Here's the thing: is there a clear link between the ministry and has anything been found at his house? No. So I'm saying is why are we prejudging the investigation? And I understand Mr. Ghosh might know Calcutta much better and he might know certain city better, but I don't think that makes somebody, geography doesn't make somebody an authority on an ongoing investigation where they can throw barbs and, you know, they can make speculations right, left and center. Let the investigating...
Talk of perception.
Do you trust the
okay,
ED?
I know perception is important. As important as facts,
Sir,
and I have shared the perception. No, you try to deflect, trivialize. Don't disparage other people.
Why are you so worried about our perception? That is our business. Let us worry about
a lie that I have claimed more than 200.
हमारा perception हमारा problem है ना, हम देख लेंगे.
ये हम नहीं लेंगे, आप देख लो ना. वो that is your problem. That's what I said. It's your problem.
आपको क्यों तकलीफ हो रही है? Our perceptions are
pointed out what's the problem.
I don't remember you being appointed as an advisor to the party.
Again you win the next election. That doesn't change the perception.
The party will take care of its perception and what is right and what is.
So perfect.
Okay, RPC, are you convinced with this argument that this is an internal matter? We'll take care of it. Let it reach the minister. Let something come out of it. This is a witch hunt against the TMC.
Who is that question for?
RP Singh ji.
Oh, okay. See, let's be very clear on this. Whatever they say, whatever Arpita is saying, that is more important than whatever the panelists are saying here. Arpita is saying that this money is of Mr. Partha. She is categorically stating that unka paisa hai, mere ko kuch lena dena nahi, unka flat hai, mujhe kuch lena dena nahi. I mean, it is being used as ATM, mujhe kuch lena dena nahi. So she is saying, she has told this to media guys also while being escorted from one place to other. So, but they can try to cover it up or try to run away from it. But fact is, ultimately, it will come back to them. And then again, I am saying, the man was not sacked on day one. Man was sacked after 50 crore was found in the second flat. So after the more money was found in second flat, that and more property papers found. After that, the man was sacked. So it means there was something which was probably acceptable. Okay, this is acceptable as a norm, it's corruption or cut money, but beyond this, it's not acceptable.
Anirban Banerjee, what do you make of how things are at the moment? Because BJP would have us believe that, look, you've taken action against Partha, but there are others.
Look, there's a joke that goes around in West Bengal
that whenever the BJP finds it very difficult to find candidates for the upcoming election, they set their HR agencies, that is the ED and the CBI, out to hunt candidates for them. Therefore, from the opponent parties, they will try to find some candidates, just like they did in the Narada scam. They called out Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari. Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari was seen in a video displayed by the BJP itself as receiving money, which they called was corruption. And after 2021, suddenly Shubhendu Adhikari is one of the tallest leaders of the BJP. Therefore, you see the connection. Mr. Partha Chatterjee, I do not know whether he was involved in corruption or not, but his only crime till now, I find, is that he did not join the BJP. Had he joined the BJP, there would have been no race, there would have been no investigation, no arrest, nothing. Therefore, on corruption, any party but the BJP can really claim any moral high ground. And now the TMC has sacked Mr. Partha Chatterjee from all his political posts and government posts. And the TMC has, in fact, the Honorable Chief Minister herself has stated that let the ED conclude the investigation within 3 months, in a time-bound manner within 3 months, and not continue on and on for 8 years, 10 years, like in the Narada scam. And in the cheat fund scam, Rose Valley, for example, one of the biggest accused was Himanta Biswa Sharma. He was in Congress then. Once he joined the BJP, where is the investigation now? Therefore, please don't allow the BJP to preach anybody on corruption.
Respond to that,
the
RP Singh.
The things, the people of West Bengal will take care of it.
Well, as for hunting of the candidate, who's talking about what nonsense they're talking about? why do you forget Mamta ji lost Nandigram? I mean, don't tell us this. What
It is a sub judice matter.
Candidate was not there.
It is a sub
So
judice
this point
matter.
of politics aside, I mean, sir, please, sir. I mean, I never interrupted you.
Sub judice matter.
No, please, I never interrupted you. Did I interrupt you? You had your say. You know, please. This is not your assembly in West Bengal. We're in a Times Now debate. So, other issue is, I mean, if there is any case, they can go to court. This case is being probed by ED under the court direction. So if they have any document, any evidence against anyone, I will appreciate. They are best of the lawyers. They can hire or lawyers from Congress party. They can go to court and then ask the court to pass an order against whichever individual they have any evidence against.
All right. On that note, we've run out of time. Saket, yeah, you're making a point. Yes, Mr. Gokhale. Finally.
Real quick.
Yes.
What the BJP spokesperson said right now literally is, when it comes to opposition, ED will act. When it comes to BJP people, let people go to court. ED is going to turn a blind eye.
All right. Do you want to respond to that? Yes, quick response and then we end it.
I said it is being done under the court order. It's being done under the court order. Even in Partha's case, it's being done under court order. Mr. Adhikari should be sacked now.
ED has no power without court order.
All right. RP Singh, Sandeep Ghosh, Anirban Banerjee, Saket Gokhale, thank you for joining us on debate number 1. Does the scam go beyond Mantri? Only time will tell. Everything is now becoming a matter of politics. With that, we move on to more breaking inputs coming in.